Mason Mount, clearly the recipient of many rumors. His contract runs out at the end of next season. So would Todd Boehly and Chelsea think that maybe this summer is the time to act? Is there any way for United to creep in here? Do they see him as a possibility here in the summer?
Well, I think with Mason Mount, he's one of those players that he's not going to win the Premier League or the Champions League, but he's a very valuable player to have in your squad. And I think I'd compare him to the likes of Oxlade-Chamberlain at Liverpool, even James Milner, a guy that that you can put in and he'll give you a 7, 8 out of 10 every time. He's not, like I said, a world beater, but the likes of Man United and Liverpool are looking to bolster their squads with homegrown players. So I think he will be a very good signing for both, whether they'd look to do business. But we all know that Chelsea at some point need to start bringing some money in. They can't keep spending it. They have to bring some money in. And the situation is that it looks like he wants a shorter contract than he's being offered, because Chelsea are offering all these long contracts. But for some players, a long contract like 7, 8 years isn't what they want. They want a bit of flexibility. So Chelsea could be vulnerable this summer to that, and he goes, got a year left on his contract. But like I say, Chelsea might need to bring some money in, and they've got so many attacking players now, or so many players in that attacking midfield third, that they're going to have to let people go. I think, people like Pulisic and Mount and, Havertz and Ziyech, and they're going to have to get some off the books. So maybe it's a good time for somebody like United or Liverpool to look at Mason Mount and think a very good squad addition.
Do you see that happening, Janusz? Mason Mount fitting somewhere else?
I hope he fits at Chelsea. I mean, a little bit misunderstood at the very least by Graham Potter, because I feel for him, because I think Mason Mount is an excellent player that never plays in a position that he's good at, right? I mean, if you look at Chelsea as of late, or even under Tuchel to a degree, although Tuchel, I think, liked him a lot, he's played just about everywhere, right? I mean, we've seen him as a defensive mid, we've seen him as an attacking mid, we've seen him on the left side, we've seen him on the right-hand side, where I think he's a player that, to me, is a clear number 10. He's a player that wants the ball, he's a player that likes to pass the ball, is looking for a good pass, and he's very capable of doing that, right? So I think, if you look at Liverpool, if you look at United, he certainly would fit that. Even if you just tell him, I mean, he could play the Eriksen role, he could play a little bit higher, where Weghorst was playing, or even Bruno Fernandes, who's kind of playing on the right-hand side, but narrow, right? He's clearly the playmaker. He gets the okay from his manager to roam and make the game, even though he is in a wide position per se, even though he doesn't often play that. So I think if you put him in a sort of a comfort zone where he knows he's playing his best position, I think he'll benefit, because now at Chelsea, I mean, not only is there every game there's a different team, but there's been like 80 changes in the last 10 games. So I think it's a difficult situation for him. I think he's a very, very good player in the Premier League, and any team that gets him is going to benefit from having him.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.